Will she be back soon?
Yeah, any second. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah. Order a stretcher.
A stretcher?
Yeah, I'll need one when Sally hears that the last of the fabrics is going to be 2 days late.
Not the fabrics for the fall showing.
Those are them.
Oh, God, Sally's going to have a total canary over this.
Well, what's with you two? You got something to say, or are you just posing for holy pictures?
Sal? Saul has something to tell you.
Yeah? What?
You know, the fabric line that was supposed to be delivered today by Shearson's, well, it won't be delivered today. It's going to be the day after tomorrow, which means we have 10 people down in the sewing room twiddling their thumbs.
Shearson's fabric. The stuff we need for the fall showing.
That's right.
All right. Tell everybody to stand by. Put them all on overtime when the stuff gets here.
You have a hemorrhage if you have to pay overtime.
Sal, you told me you'd give up a date with Mel Gibson before you'd pay anyone any overtime.
Mel who?
Your favorite actor, Mad Max, Lethal Weapon, only the dreamiest man in the whole world.
Oh, yeah, that Mel. Well, correction. Second dreamiest.
Again, she's fantasizing about Clarke.
Au contraire, my old friend, I do not have to fantasize. Not anymore.
No, Sal, you're not saying you.
Mm-hmm. I am. You are looking at the next Mrs. Clarke Garrison.
Sorry.
Come here. Congratulations.
Thank you, sweetie.
Sorry I'm late. I didn't sleep very well last night.
That's all right, honey. Listen, Darla, you and Saul, would you mind? I'd like a few minutes alone with Macy.
And then the last wave will be Ridge's number 4, flanked by Clarke's latest on the right, the red sequined cocktail and my golden red taffeta party on the left. Which, of course, is going to make way for the showstopper, which is the very big question. Have you chosen it?
No, Margot, I haven't, not yet.
Eric, is there something wrong?
Why would you ask that?
Well, we're barely a week away from the fall showing. Usually by this time your adrenaline is pumping like crazy.
Well, the fact is, I do have something else on my mind.
Something or someone? You know, I heard about your arrangement with Stephanie. You're giving her 30 more days.
Well, news travels fast.
Mm-hmm. Sounds to me like she's doing everything in her power to hold on to you.
Well, the fact is, she has shown me a side of her, a sensitivity that I frankly didn't believe she still had.
Then I think I'm beginning to understand the problem. She's winning your heart back.
I will admit that she's making inroads. And yet, I just can't get this other woman off my mind. And the longer we're apart, the more I realize how deeply I care for her.
Oh, Eric, you've fallen for her.
Yes, I have.
You know what my advice to you is? Just go ahead and sweep her off her feet.
I can't.
Well, why not?
Because apparently she's having second thoughts about our relationship.
She is?
She won't call, she won't see me. I haven't spoken to her in more than a week.
Well, what could have happened? I mean, what could have possibly happened?
Thorne, have you seen Clarke?
No, I haven't.
I've been looking all over this place for him.
Well, I'm sure he'll show up sooner or later.
Yeah, but I need him now.
Well, I can't help you.
You know, Thorne, sometimes I really wonder about that guy. Where he disappears to during the day. Where does he go? You know, I think it's about time we find out.
maybe I shouldn't even be asking you these questions.
Margot, you can ask anything you want. You're my confidant. You're just about the only person I can talk to about this.
You know, I just don't understand, really. I mean, everything was going so great between you and this woman. And then suddenly it just stops.
Not a phone call, not a letter. Apparently, she took a leave of absence from her job. I think she's even left town.
You don't know where she is or where she went?
I have no idea, not the remotest.
What are you going to do?
I think maybe face up to reality. I can't live my life longing for someone who's unattainable.
Can you live it settling for someone who doesn't fulfill you? Unless that's no longer the case with Stephanie.
I don't know, Margot. I just don't know anymore.
Excuse me.
No, that's okay. I was just leaving.
You got a minute, Dad?
Well, I have some good news, honey.
Good news?
Mm-hmm. All of my hard work finally paid off. All of those grueling workouts on that torturous bicycle, the champagne, the caviar, the midnight suppers, the candlelight, that extremely tempting business offer, all of it combined to make a package that he could not resist.
What are you talking about?
Clarke, after the variety show last night, he proposed.
Clarke proposed?
Yes.
Well, that's great. I'm happy for you, Mother. I really am.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I think it's going to be a terrific partnership. He's going to be a wonderful husband. I just know it.
Well, he's been your dream. If anybody knows how to make their dreams come true, it's you.
I got some dreams for you, too, you know.
Well, I'm not so certain those are going to come true.
What is with this negativity?
I learned something about Thorne, Mother. Something that I didn't know before.
What?
There's another woman in his life.
What's on your mind, Rich?
Couple of things. Clark Garrison, for one.
What about him?
He comes and goes around here like the wind. Seems to be distracted and preoccupied when he's here, which is less and less. And all that at a time when we need him most.
Yeah, I understand. I'll speak to him.
Oh, don't bother. When he gets in, I'm going to talk to him.
All right, fine. Anything else?
Yeah. Yeah, there is something else. Something that really has me mystified.
What is it?
Logan. What's going on in her life?
Thorne is seeing another woman?
That's right.
Oh, I can't believe that. I won't believe that.
Believe it, Mother.
Oh, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So am I.
How do you know this for sure? Did you confront him with it?
No,
Well, then how do you know it's true?
because the other woman told me.
She told you? You know who she is?
I know her very well, Mother. In fact, she's a good friend. Donna Logan.
Thorne Forrester and Donna Logan? Oh, no, honey, that's not possible. I mean, Donna's a nice girl. She's a very sweet girl, but she can't hold a candle to you.
That's what you think. You're my mother. But what matters is Thorne and how he feels.
Call him. Call him. Find out how he feels. Find out firsthand.
I'm not ready to do that, Mother.
Well, then what are you going to do? Are you just going to stand by and let this other woman move in on your man?
I'm not going to do that either, Mother. I love Thorne. And I am not going to let anyone take him from me.
That's my girl.
And you know what?
What?
For a man like Thorne, I am willing to fight. And I'm going to pull out all the stops.
Logan, I assume you're referring to Brooke?
Who else?
What about her?
I found out something that really surprised me.
And what's that?
She took a leave of absence from her job. I heard she also left town.
What do you make of that?
It involves some guy that she knew.
Do you know who?
Well, I knew she was involved with someone, but apparently he turned out to be a jerk.
Why do you say that?
Because she took off. Thorne thinks that I shouldn't get involved. That I'm being too demanding on Caroline by asking her to understand my concern for Brooke.
Thorne has a very good point.
On one side, I feel like my hands are tied. But I also have this very strong feeling that someone should be doing something to find her. To make sure she's all right. Look, I know you have a lot of work to do.
Ridge. Thorne's right. Back off. Don't jeopardize what you have with Caroline. Now, Brooke is very lucky to have a friend like you watching over her. But you have to be very careful.
I just hope there's someone out there looking out for her. Someone who cares about her as much as I do.
You're right, Ridge. This has gone on way too long. It's time I got some answers.
Come on in.
Busy?
Caroline. No.
I was wondering if I could possibly bend your ear for a moment.
Possibly could. Come on in.
I wanted to ask your opinion about something.
Okay, shoot.
Do you think I'm being unreasonable with Ridge? I mean, am I overreacting to his concern about Brooke? I would really appreciate a completely honest answer.
Ridge called. Ridge wants you to call him. Ridge wants to see you in his office immediately. I can't wait for the day, Ridge buddy, when I can tell you what you can do with this job.
This situation would take its toll on anyone in your position.
And my insecurities are showing.
You insecure? Never.
You think I'm overreacting, don't you?
You...
I can take it. Come on.
Maybe just a little bit, yeah.
The last thing I want to be is a nagging wife to Ridge.
Oh, come on. You're the furthest thing from that, and you know it.
I'm really trying to be understanding, but I just can't underestimate the effect that Brooke might have on Ridge. They have a history together, a really intense and intimate one. I don't know, you just don't get over something like that. You don't break a bond in just a night or a few months or a year even.
Well, that's true, but you have to realize that their relationship as a couple now is over.
But he's so relentless in his concern for her.
And that bothers you.
Yes.
But that's perfectly natural. That's the normal reaction.
It is?
Yes. Any other woman in your place right now would turn into a raving lunatic at the mere mention of Brooke's name.
You think so?
I know so.
A raving lunatic, huh?
Mm-hmm. You know, it's nice to hear you laugh again. You ought to do more of it.
Believe me, I want to.
Well, then just do it.
You know, you are amazing. How are you always able to keep such a positive outlook?
Well, you've got to. And listen, lady, I don't want to hear another word about insecurities, you hear? Ridge knows what he's got. The best there is.
Thank you. Gotta go.
You know, I think I'm over you, and then we're together. And I realize I may never be over you.
Well, well. Look who decided to show up for work.
Hi, Ridge. Got your messages.
Been trying to get a hold of you, Clarke, since I got in this morning.
I can tell. What's up?
It's called the Forrester Fall Showing.
Oh, I'm well aware of it.
Really? You could have fooled me.
What's your problem? If you got a gripe, let's hear it.
Clarke, you've been around here long enough to know that when we have a showing, you're to be available around the clock if necessary.
I realize that.
Then where the hell have you been? We delayed production because the sewers had questions about your designs.
I was just downstairs. I answered all their questions.
That was supposed to be done at 9 this morning, Clarke.
Look, I'm sorry I was late.
Sorry doesn't cut it anymore.
You know, Ridge, I wonder if you appreciate anything that I do.
Clarke, you're a good designer when you're around, which isn't nearly enough these days. Tell me, Clarke, where the hell are you when you're supposed to be here? I want an answer.
I get the job done. That's all that you need to know.
Well, I'm afraid that's not good enough anymore.
You know, Ridge, if you want to threaten me, don't. You'll lose.
You want to settle our differences now, Clarke?
I'm not going to fight you. Physically.
Oh, and what is that supposed to mean?
You pushed me around long enough. I've had to swallow my pride too many times, and I resent you for that.
Personal vendetta? Is that what we have going here, Clarke?
Yeah, something like that. And you are going to regret what you've put me through here a lot sooner than you think.
Words, Clarke. Meaningless little words from a small-time designer who has a rather inflated ego.
Well, I've got an ego, but I've got talent. All you have is the Forrester name and your damned arrogance. You are an egocentric, pompous jackass.
Consider yourself lucky, Garrison. Anyone else would have had your job for a display like that.
Number 1 on the Garrison Originals hit list. Ridge Forrester. You're gonna pay